Yo, how you doing? Hey, I want to do a little introduction on the brand new Magic Aerated live bait cooler. Roll that intro. Now this is a premium level Livewell cooler. I would recommend it for crappie, if you're using shrimp, if you're using a live bait that you keep in a cold environment like minnows, etc.
What an option.
Now with this particular cooler, this is 13.5 quarts. Check out the feet, by the way. Really sturdy, rubber grippy, great for the boat. And when you open this guy up, it not only has a really awesome waterproof seal, but it has a really awesome, like, high quality bait net. So obviously you would have your bait shop put the minnows in here, and then as needed, you just grab the basket out and grab your minnows. Now when you get it, it's gonna have this plastic on it, so go ahead and rip that off. And then you're gonna find this little box in here with the aerator itself. When you take it out of the box here, you're gonna have two different types of packaging. You're gonna have one that conceals the tubing. It's almost like surgical air tubing. And then you're also gonna have a little bag that you rip open, and it has a little switch here that gives you the ability to change it to a
less vigorous air setting.
The center is the off position, and then you can go to the right, which gives you more air. So pretty sweet, a 2-speed air bubbler. Now when you get this, you gotta unscrew the little back battery box, and when you're done, you pull it straight off, and there's your air stone. Now your air stone's in this little baggie. When you take it out of the baggie, it's just a little rock basically that disperses the air when it's coming out of the tubing. Now this bubbler here takes one cell in the size D, so 1D cell. Now those batteries are not included, so you're gonna need to get those. All you do is install the battery and screw that screw back on until it's nice and tight. There's a waterproof seal around it that keeps that battery nice and concealed. Next, you're gonna take your surgical tubing or your air tubing out of the bag.
And it's a nice little package. You just take your time and unwind that sucker.
There's two little ports here. One is an inlet, one is an outlet. The taller one there is where you install your tubing. Now all I'm doing here is just pushing it all the way on until it's flush with the case. Now don't get carried away yet. Don't install your air stone on the end of the other end yet, because we have to put it through the cooler itself. Now on the cooler, you're gonna see a little plug. Now this plug blocks that open hole if you want to use it for anything else or keep the coldness in.
Maybe you want to throw a couple brewskis or some Coca-Cola in there. You get it.
But if you're using it for the aeration, what you want to do is pull that plug, and there's a little kind of like faux hole here, and it's just a plug storage that allows you to put that plug in there so it's not just dangling around. Now, on the top of the box, fish your tubing through the top until it pokes out the bottom.
Now comes the time to install your air stone.
And all you're doing here is literally just pushing that little air stone onto the tubing until it's flush against the bottom. Now you can drop this air stone gently into the side of the basket so that when you're lifting it, it's not getting in the way. Simply close this baby up. There's a nice sturdy clasp that just hooks on top first and then clicks into place. Now on your battery box, these come really snug. So I found that if I just take the little clasp and give it a slight little bend, it opens that angle up a little bit so that I can then put it on the little sleeve that it's made to accommodate right here on the side of the cooler. All I do is fish the extra hosing in this hole and clip the aerator on the side of the unit itself. It will click in really nice. And that's basically it. Aside from just taking the obvious plastic off here, but because I'm trying to sell this one, I'm gonna leave it nice and new. You're literally ready to rock. You can throw this on the boat, you can take it with you to the side of the shore. It's a great aerator. It not only has a little bit of extra space on the side, you can throw some sodas in there if you want to as well. Obviously, you have to flip the switch to turn the aerator on. Remember, left is speed number 1.
A little bit of air.
And to the right is speed number 2.
Much more air.
The center is the off position. Obviously, with anything else that takes batteries, I'd recommend to store it for the winter with the batteries out of the box so it doesn't corrode. Now remember, here at Cray, we make a product called Keep 'em Kickin' Juice. Now this detoxifies, it also relieves stress, replaces the necessary slime coat, and adds needed electrolytes to the fish when you put them in your bait well. Not only does it work really well for your bait well, but also the live well as well. Now keep in mind when you're using this, it's only a ½ ounce to 30 gallons of water, so it doesn't take a lot.
You're not gonna need a lot for 13.5 quarts.
So not only the aeration, but also the Keep 'em Kickin' juice should keep your bait nice and happy for a long time. Little tip also, if you don't know, if you put some ice in the bait well as well, just a little bit, it's gonna keep them more lively as well. I hope that helped. If you're interested in the Magic Products 13.5 quart cooler, we do have them on the website. castcray.com.
Link in description.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click that thumbs up. Ring the notification bell so you're getting all the notifications as we come out. And we'll see you on the next one. Woo!